Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Would Love to podcast. I'm your host, X Wolf Assassin, and I got my co host here, Sapio. How's it going,
Wow.
Sapio?
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh yeah, I'm doing fine actually. It's a warm summer night here in the town of Massachusetts.
Wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Massachusetts is now a town. When did that happen?
You know what? Compared to the other states, it might as well be a town. It's so small.
That's no, I thought Rhode Island was the smallest state
Rhode
that could
Island
be like an
is the
yeah,
smallest. Rhode
yeah.
Island is a village, man. It's like a town.
It's how the founding fathers wanted it.
Yeah,
Hello,
have you
Sapio.
haven't you read the Constitution? It's right in there. Massachusetts
I
is a town.
I did not pay attention in history class. Okay. All right. Well, we actually have a ton to talk about.
Yeah.
Sapio, we haven't done anything with the podcast in 2 weeks. Lots of stuff has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we got so much to talk about that we're going to have to skip our usual intro of what we've been playing and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're just going to go straight ahead into what I arguably think is one of the best showcases PlayStation has had for a while, or
Oh yeah.
their best state of play specifically.
Mm-hmm.
We saw, I mean, the first game that was shown was Resident Evil 4 Remake,
Oh yeah.
which had been rumored for so long, and I I was going into that state of play with no expectations at all. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie, their state of plays haven't been very good lately.
Yeah, yeah.
But when RE4 Remake popped up, I immediately was like, "Oh, this show's gonna be good."
Oh yeah. I mean, it is a shame. Speaking just on the whole, like we didn't get any news about God of War, but I guess that was kind of expected. Um, But yeah, Resident
Yeah,
Evil 4. Oh my goodness. What a beloved game in the franchise, right? So they
yes.
can't they can't do wrong with this, right?
Mm. Well, Capcom said they're gonna keep to the original premise and overall heart of the game. I think is
Yeah.
I can't quote it directly what they said, but I think
Hmm.
that's the basic gist of it.
Yeah, I mean,
All
I'm
I,
excited. I'm definitely going to play that.
all I know is that Capcom said they've learned their lesson with RE3 remake,
Mhm.
not to cut the content, not to change the story too much.
Yeah.
So hopefully they learned that lesson with RE4. I loved RE2 remake. It's one of my favorite games of all
Oh
time.
yeah.
I love Leon as a character.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, like you said, they can't afford to screw this up because
Yeah.
RE4, the original, it was the foundation for a lot of games that are now considered masterpieces now today.
You're right. I mean, I am I usually am cautiously hopeful for new games and games that are announced, but for this one, I am pretty hopeful. Not even I'm not cautious. I'm going full in.
Oh yeah, that's already a day one buy for me. I
Yeah.
mean, when I started playing video games a lot more hardcore, more serious, trying things out, Resident Evil is one of the first series and franchises I tried,
Hmm.
and I have not put it down since. It's literally in my top 10 franchises of all time.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
knowing how significant 4 is to like the whole industry as a whole, and for it to be remade to where
Hmm.
I can play it in modern times, I'm excited. It's
Yeah.
literally at like top tier. Can't wait. I literally want to play it right now.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's not done. I just want to play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
God, I love Resident Evil.
So
But Sapio,
excited.
that's not the only thing we saw at the showcase.
Uh huh.
We
The
actually saw one from a publisher that you love
Oh
from
yeah,
Annapurna, Stray.
Annapurna. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. The music that they had in the trailer was very reminiscent of Portal, right? Like that kind of electric futury vibes, like the with all the arpeggios. It was very Portal, which makes me think, dystopia or like some uh, uh, kind of decrepit future. And it looks like, I'll be honest, the only thing that I'm a little scared of is the controls kind of look like it might be annoying at times. Like it looks like it's kind of a somewhat of a platformer, or it has platformer elements in it. But I really hope not, because I really want to play as that cat.
Like, when you mean platformer, do you mean like a platformer with like an open space, or do you
Yeah,
mean?
it looks like a kind of like a 3D platformer, or a 3D puzzle platformer. Um, because
Mm,
it doesn't look like there's a lot of stealth elements, or at the very least from what we saw in the trailer. Uh, but because I'm imagining the gameplay is going to be more about the platforming,
yeah,
jumping off, jumping up to different platforms, and like dodging those kinds of little drones.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Stray didn't really grab my interest when it was first shown,
Mm-hmm.
but after seeing the gameplay and seeing some of the conflict that I guess the cat has
Yeah.
with the machinery that's literally taken over society,
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued by the story,
Oh yeah,
but
I'm so intrigued, right? Like even the meaty kind of flesh stuff that was on the walls in the one scene of the trailer, that's really perking my interest. Gives it gives me kind of I don't know if you know um inside vibes.
oh yeah, I forgot about that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's I think that's made by a different developer though,
it
if I
is.
recall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Who knows? It might be published by Annapurna.
Maybe. Although the only thing that's bugging me about Stray is just I don't know. It's just something in the back of my head that's telling me that something is off.
Mm,
Like the 3D platformer elements I can get behind. I can get behind what may be the overall theme and the story and the narrative. I can even get behind playing as a cat.
yeah.
What I can't get behind though is is this game no combat?
Right. That's I think they purposefully didn't put in the combat in the trailer, right? That's what I meant by I think it's going to be more puzzle platformer based rather than actual combat or stealth. Because it looks like you're trying to avoid the problems more than, you know, punching it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna,
Ironically though, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you go first.
No, I don't know what the gameplay is going to be, and I don't have a clue what the story is going to be like. The reason why I can't wait to play it though is because it feels very different from a lot of games that are coming out nowadays.
Yeah, that's kind of Annapurna's specialty. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't really go for the AAA type of experience. They do mainly a double A experience or a triple independent studio
Mm-hmm.
experience, and that's why a lot of gamers nowadays they truly do like Annapurna for that aspect. But ironically enough, it's not the game that's got me thinking about it. It's the fact that the game is actually going to be free for PlayStation Plus Extra and
Mm-hmm.
Premium members.
Mm-hmm.
And you know exactly where we've seen that before.
Mm.
Day one on PlayStation Plus, that's that that's very encouraging for people to upgrade to extra or premium.
Yeah.
Side note, I did upgrade to premium, but only because it was $30. That's it. That's
Right.
the only reason.
Right.
And plus I kinda want to play Jack and Daxter and Siphon Filter, see what those are
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
about.
Mm-hmm.
But only because I got premium. I am gonna try Stray and see what that's about, but
Yeah.
I want to know: are you gonna play it day one, or are you gonna wait for like to see more of the game and reviews?
I mean, most games, I am unable to play day one because I have a lot of things going on in my life. But it is something that I will buy day one. Like, I haven't pre-ordered it just yet because I kind of want to see a little taste of the reviews before I actually fully commit to it. I don't want another Cyberpunk 2077 situation. So
Cautious, I like
so
it,
yeah, yeah. I'm a little cautious about it.
and yeah, you have every reason to.
Yeah.
You have a right to that. Continuing on from Stray, though, this one has gotten the internet, specifically fanboys on Twitter, very, very salty. Spider Man coming to PC
Yeah.
on
Spider-Man
August
Remastered.
12th.
Yes. Look, I
This, oh, what the hell?
I don't know, man. I don't
I,
know.
you, you said, you said, if that game came to PC,
No, I
you
what
said,
I s- I
I
s-
can't remember. Did you say it would never happen or that
no.
the
I
controls would be
said
weird if it did?
yeah, that's basically the gist. I don't think you can make a Spider-Man game come to PC and have that same feel of being Spider-Man. It just I can't envision it, and personally I'm not going to play it because there's really no reason for me to get it on PC if I already have it on the PS5. You know? It's a great thing that people who have just the PC and not the PS5 that they're able to experience what Spider-Man is like, but it's I doubt it's going to be the full experience.
But a lot of people don't know is that when the blog post talking about the showcase was put online, a lot of people didn't realize that Miles Morales, the spin-off title for Marvel Spider-Man, is actually going to come to PC as well later this fall.
Oh, is that
So not
right?
just the first one, but
Uh-huh.
also Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming as well.
That's a strange move that they didn't talk about that in the state of play as well. Like I would think if that was the case that they would kind of show both of them at the same time.
Yeah, I thought so too, to be honest. Like, you can show the trailer for Spider-Man coming to PC, and then as soon as the trailer for that ends, just maybe like transition to maybe like a 15-second teaser saying Miles Morales also coming to PC at a later date.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that hard. But
Yeah. Yeah.
the reason why I bring this up, were you on Twitter at all after that state of play? Or did you
No,
see the reaction to that announcement?
I haven't been on Twitter for a while.
Well, let me put it to you what happened.
Okay. Yes. Give it
First
to
of
me.
all, PC players were happy,
Uh-huh. Of course.
Xbox players were laughing,
Yeah.
PlayStation fanboys were not happy at all.
Of course.
Some people even tweeted or retweeted a quote from Insomniac back in 2017 that said, Spider Man will never go to Xbox or PC.
Uh-huh.
It was multiple times that they said it will never come to Xbox or PC. And people were retweeting Insomniac saying, how could you go back on your word? You were lying the whole time. And I
I
thought to myself, hold on, hold the phone. They were
why
not a first party studio at the time. They were still
yeah.
independent. And Sony is still the publisher. They decide where the game goes. That how's that Insomniac's fault? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm a little confused, right? Because if I personally had the choice between playing this Spider-Man game on PC or a PlayStation console, right?
Yeah,
Then I would rather play it on the console because I feel like that's the better experience. And I feel like the only justifiable reason you would be angry at Insomniac Games for bringing a game to a different platform is if you have that same platform and you preferred it over the platform you currently have.
exactly. I
So
mean, even now with what we'll talk about later, is a lot of people are so angry at Sony right now. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, I'm going to go to Xbox or I'm going to buy a PC." It's just, it's ridiculous. It's a game.
I'm so confused. Why are you angry at this? You know, like I can
It's
get like, hey, you don't need to remaster this anymore, but like, um, but I don't get it.
it's a great move by Sony, in my opinion. I mean, you get more people playing your game. More people may or may not spend extra money for a PlayStation console because maybe they don't want to wait for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to play that day one. And it just means more revenue for Sony to make more games, more AAA exclusives in the future. I mean, what? How is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I'm failing to see the downside here. For the listeners, if you have like a real justifiable reason why this might be a bad move, put it down in the comments because we literally cannot understand.
I can't I can't for the life of me figure it out either.
I can't fathom. Yeah.
I mean, I was enjoying the Xbox fans laughing. Like I don't fanboy for either console, but I love it when the fanboys get their karma given to
Right.
them, which we'll definitely talk about more later.
Yeah.
Because the state of play is not the only showcase we're going to be talking about.
Of course, of course. We got another one.
Yes, 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 we do. Although going from Spider-Man to PC, we got to talk about another horror game that we saw at the state of play
The
that has
Callisto
everybody interested. Yes,
the Callisto
yes.
Protocol.
Oh yeah, that
Oh
has
my.
definitely jumped
Oh
to
yeah.
again one of my most anticipated games of the year.
I agree with you. You know what it feels like? It felt Dead Spacey to me. And what I mean by that is if it looks so promising as a good survivor horror game.
It's surprising that you mentioned Dead Space. You know who the director of the game is, right?
Oh, is it?
It's Glenn
it
Schofield,
uh-huh.
the one of the creators of Dead Space.
Right. That
Yep.
makes sense. The
Yes.
pieces, they come together. It's
What I've
beautiful.
funny thing, Sapio, the Callisto Protocol comes out December 2nd,
Mhm.
and then the Dead Space remake comes out a month and a half later.
Yo. Okay, all
I was
right.
like, Glenn, you knew what you were doing, didn't you? You heard about the Dead Space remake, so you decided to stick it to EA. You're like, no, I'm
Yeah,
gonna give out my game first.
right.
I was just like, what the fuck? Okay. No, the Callisto Protocol has definitely got my interest. I want to know
Yes.
more about the main protagonist, Jacob. We finally know his name. Like, what the fuck is going on Callisto? Like, what were they running secret experiments on the prisoners and it just went wrong or something? Is that
That
the
feels
premise?
like, yeah, that feels like it's gonna be along the lines of what the narrative's gonna be. I mean, it's kind of like it's been done before, surely, but not in a not in a good way, if I say so cautiously. Not in a good way that I've seen. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we haven't had a space horror game like this since Dead Space 3 back in
Yeah.
2011. Well, okay, no, I can't say that, but because we did get Alien Isolation about a year after, but
Right.
in
Right.
terms of over the shoulder third person horror sci-fi games, we haven't had anything since Dead
Yeah.
Space
I
3.
mean, Alien Isolation, I will also say, is a bit different because you can't really kill the alien.
Yeah, you can't fight back. It's in
Yeah.
first person. You got to hide and run. That's all you can
It's
do.
it's very asymmetrical, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basic, but fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that I realized after I saw the Callisto Protocol pop up in the release date, we have Callisto Protocol in December,
Mhm.
we have Dead Space Remake in January,
Mhm.
and we have Resident Evil 4 Remake in March.
Oh, okay.
Within 4 months, we have three AAA horror games.
Yeah.
As a horror fan, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. I'm also a very big horror fan.
If if only all these games came out in October instead.
Yeah.
But it's good. They got to space out a little bit. We don't
Yeah.
want another Titanfall situation from
Yeah, yeah,
EA.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the Callisto Protocol, and hopefully, again, Glenn Schofield does a good job with it.
Mhm.
Now, we do have a couple more AAA games to talk about from the state of play.
Mhm.
Capcom, you are literally becoming one of my favorite. You are one of my favorite publishers of all
As
time
mentioned
right
before.
now. Yeah, yeah. Not only did you show Resident Evil 4 remake, but you had to grace us with Street Fighter 6 gameplay, and it looks amazing.
It does look really cool. Is it kind of open world? That's kind of the things I saw in the trailer. I didn't
It's
know it
just,
was.
uh, yeah, you go.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be open world. I mean, Street Fighter, that's a very like side scrolly fighting game, if I remember correctly. But like that's been shaken by seeing the open world stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like I guess you just go around the open world and just challenge whoever you want, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that interests me.
It's a
But
way
then
to do
again,
it.
Street Fighter has always interested me as a franchise.
Yeah.
It's
It
just, oh wow,
yeah, it
it
adds
looks
flavor.
amazing too.
It yeah. Oh wow, I love it.
What do you think of the art style?
Oh, I really like the art style. It reminds me of it. It feels like a more cartoony, Tekken vibe. You know, not super realistic. You still get like the distinguished features and the lines that make it more cartoony. Um, but it doesn't. It's a less
Yeah, it's
realistic than
just
Tekken.
yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no other AAA fighting game coming out in the next year or two, is there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat and Injustice is on hiatus. I
yeah,
don't know of
yeah.
any Tekken game coming out.
I don't think there is. Not for a
Smash
while.
Brothers is done with updates.
Oh yeah.
There's no Killer Instincts coming out that we know of.
Hmm.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is literally the only fighting game I can think of that's going to be released soon.
Yeah.
So a lot of fighting game fans. And then one thing that I'm very thankful to Capcom for, there is no exclusivity with this one.
Mm.
It's
Hmm.
coming to Xbox too.
Yeah.
It's coming to Xbox and PlayStation, PC. Everybody's happy.
Capcom,
It it
you just
it's not even timed exclusive. So
you
thank you,
force
Capcom.
a chef's kiss. Mm.
Ah, thank you, Capcom. Like a lot, I remember a lot of quote unquote fanboys saying, "Oh, Street Fighter 6 is going to be exclusive. It's going to go to PlayStation only, like 5." I'm like, "Where's your proof? You're going to look like an idiot if this isn't true."
H like milk.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a lot of people like quote tweeting him like, "So how's that exclusive coming for you?" Yeah, that didn't turn out the way you thought, chief.
Yeah. Exclusively to all consoles and PC.
I I don't I don't remember. Is it even coming to the Switch or is it skipping it?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
One
Yeah.
thing I actually find another thing I find interesting about it though, it's running on RE Engine.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, the same engine that Devil
Yeah.
May Cry 5 and Resident Evil 2 Remake like were
Yeah.
developed on. When I heard that, I was like, "Huh? The
Yeah. Yeah, I can
Street
see
Fighter
that. Yeah,
6
yeah.
is using RE Engine?
Oh.
What?"
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
I
I mean, that
mean,
explains why it looks so good.
look. I mean, game engines. It's you can make it very versatile. I remember there was way back when somebody used like a biking game to create a first-person shooter map. I'll have to look up the details later, but that was interesting.
Hmm,
Yeah.
okay. Well, concerning Street Fighter 6, is it like, are you interested in it or?
So I've never played like Street Fighter games, and I've never really gotten into fighting games. It's interesting, but I don't know if I'm gonna play it.
Hmm. Well, if you
Hmm.
do, and if there's crossplay, you and I, we gotta fight.
Oh yeah, yeah, we'll arrange that.
Yeah, I call Ryu though.
Yeah.
You can have you can have Chun Li or Ken.
Okay, okay.
Oh, speaking of, is it Chun Li or Chun Li? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Them thighs though.
I'm. Wow. Okay. So you're more of a thigh person. I get it.
No. I'm just saying that looks like Lady Dimitrescu has some competition.
Competent.
Two Capcom babes. Let's go. Oh man, that's a good one. And finally, the game we've all been wanting an update on, besides God of War
Mm,
Ragnarok.
mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 16. You go first. What did you think of it?
Okay. disclaimer: I've never really gotten into Final Fantasy, and
That's fine.
I haven't played any games, but I will say it looks absolutely bonkers. Gives me Devil May Cry vibes. Just really action packed. Just things happening everywhere. It looks really fun, and I might actually this might be my first Final Fantasy game that I play.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is big.
yeah. I
Wow.
It looks so fun, dude.
It only took you 16 entries, but you're finally jumping in.
Isn't there like more Final Fantasies than 16? Aren't there like
Well,
stuff in between?
yes, yes, there is. I'm talking about mainline,
Yeah, sure.
but yes, there are tons of spin-off Final Fantasy games,
Uh-huh.
and of course the remake of Seven.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm surprised. Like you've never played Final Fantasy before?
It's a franchise that I kind of wanted to get into at some point in my life. But this seems like it's gonna be a good catalyst.
All right then.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's coming to PC too, right? So you should be able to play it
Yeah, I
day
think so,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Although, I mean,
PlayStation 5
Final
console
Fantasy
exclusive.
I would play on PlayStation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, he's going all in. Going on PlayStation, playing Final Fantasy like you did in 90s, like people did in
Yeah,
97.
gotta get the right experience, you know?
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that like Final Fantasy 7 Remake is my first Final Fantasy game.
Mm.
I've always been interested in Cloud Strife and his story and
Mhm.
his,
Mhm.
his world. I am going to play Final Fantasy 15 when I get to it.
Mhm.
If they remake the other Final Fantasy mainline games, I'll definitely play them for sure.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But 16 has had my interest since the first trailer.
Mhm.
Like the overall dark, gritty, fantasy, medieval
Yeah, yeah.
themes and backgrounds, like it hooked me like immediately.
Yeah.
The only thing that stopped me from literally saying, "Oh, day one," was there was no gameplay
Mm.
at at
Mhm.
at the time.
Mhm.
For the past year or so, I've been like, once I see that gameplay, I'll decide if I'm getting it.
Yeah.
The moment I saw that gameplay, yep, okay, day one, yep, nothing's stopping me. I'm
Mhm.
paying the full
Mhm.
70 if I have to. I'm getting it.
It just looks absolutely bonkers.
It does. I
Yeah.
love a good RPG, fantasy, medieval, gruesome, gory type of story and game,
Mhm.
which I know Final Fantasy has never really tinkered with over the top violence, but if this is the closest they'll get to it, that's fine with me.
Mhm.
And I really am intrigued with the main character. Do we even know his name?
I don't think so.
I know one of the characters, the boy, his name is Joshua, but I can't remember the actual main character's name.
Mhm.
I don't even know if they said it or not.
Yeah, not sure.
Although it was great of Yoshi P from Square Enix to say, "Oh, yep, by the way, we're going to start talking to the media. We're going to start discussing the game more."
Mhm.
Great. When's it coming
Good
out?
stuff. Yeah.
Fall 2022, right? 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 Oh, summer 2023. So we got to do what we did for 12 months and do it again.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yay.
I we should be used to it by now, right?
Yeah, we really should.
Yeah.
But okay, overall, what did you think of the Sony State of Play? Was it worth everyone's time?
Oh, totally. I mean, they really just condensed all the things that we kind of want to see and then put it there, and that was it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
If
did too. I wasn't bored at all.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe a couple games
Oh,
did.
okay. Yeah. I mean, Eternites, not interested. I don't like dating sims. Um,
I I'm more interested in the action elements of that game, so I am gonna give it a
sure,
try.
sure. I just hate dating sims enough that I'm just not going to be interested in that game. Uh,
Well, was it the holding hands segment that got you?
no, I just don't like dating sims in general, man. I feel like it's I find it weird.
Okay, well, if it's not your cup of tea, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
force you to play it. And as everybody should, by the way, don't
Yeah,
force
yeah,
people to play a game that they don't
exactly.
like.
Unless if it's a really good game and they're wrong.
There are very few games that'll make everybody agree, like, oh, this game has to be played by everybody.
Yeah.
There are very few, but
Yeah.
there are there.
Mhm.
We're looking at
Uh,
you, Minecraft.
I really enjoyed the VR segment. Even though
Oh
I think
yeah.
VR is not really a technology that's really consumer friendly at the moment, I really found the how they're focusing on like horror stuff really fun. The I mean Resident Evil Village, Walking Dead, and I'm also very excited to see Horizon VR, the Call of the Mountain,
Yeah.
um, because when you're playing like Horizon Zero Dawn, you don't really get a sense of scale, like you because you don't really feel the immense size of these behemoths. Um, but just standing there, being there, I feel like that's gonna blow everyone's minds.
Ironically enough, the VR title that grabbed me the most, they didn't even show what the game looked like. It was RE4 Remake VR2.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen I've seen gameplay of the VR version of the original.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was on the Oculus.
Mm-hmm.
If PlayStation can somehow do it better with the remake, I may pick it up.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I want to spend 300, $400 on VR.
Yeah, that's
But I'm only
the
getting one
mhm,
game.
right. That's the thing, right? Like it's not really consumer friendly yet.
Yeah.
It's too
I mean, if you
expensive.
if you give me like 2 or 3 more VR games that I'm interested in, then yes, I'll
Yeah.
definitely get it, but I'm not gonna get it for 1.
Also, No
Uh,
Man's Sky VR is just a wild concept to me. I really love how far the game has come from its beginning rocky days. It really looks fun.
is it bad that at first I didn't think it was No Man's Sky? I thought it was Star Wars Squadrons.
No, that's not bad. But that's actually a testament to how far the game has come, right?
Yeah, I mean, No Man's Sky is definitely it started out definitely in a terrible state, but it has picked up over the years.
Yeah, it's like it's my ugly duckling of video games.
Yes. Well, the trio from the last 10 years is Final Fantasy 14,
Hmm.
No Man's Sky,
Hmm.
and I know some will argue this last one, but Fallout 76.
Oh, I was actually gonna ask about that for the showcase later on, but yeah.
Yeah, I will not go back to it, but there's a very good community there
Uh-huh.
that truly do love the game and are happy with the content they've been
I'm
getting.
sure. I'm sure.
So all the power to them.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm glad that we actually brought that game up because it's a great segue to the competition.
The
Xbox,
showcase.
Bethesda.
Oh
Where
my
do we want to start? Do we want to
goodness.
start with
Where do we
Redfall?
even begin? Okay, let's begin where they began. Redfall.
Arcane Austin, Harvey Smith and his team.
Wow.
Redfall.
Oh
You
my
go.
goodness. It looks so fun. I can't. I'm so glad we're getting some Massachusetts representation in video games. I mean, we had it in The Last of Us and like Fallout, but
Yeah.
oh gosh, it looks so fun. The skills that each characters have also look really like it looks like people are gonna figure out how to break the game very quickly with those. Um, but it looks so fun. Oh my
Did you see the
goodness.
Borderlands vibes that I told you about?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that game looks amazing. I was actually
I can't
rewatching it in
wait.
4K,
Uh-huh.
60 FPS earlier
Mm,
before we started this.
mm-hmm.
It looks so clean. Like the animations look
Yeah.
great.
Okay. Bit of a segue on that. I was surprised at how many games that we saw during the showcase had like frame issues. Like, um, for example, the first one chronologically is High on Life. That's the one with Justin Roiland and stuff like Talking Guns, which is I promise you that's gonna get annoying real fast. But there were frame drops during that trailer.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that the quality of the show was an issue.
Mm,
A lot of people have been saying that frame rate was dropping with certain games. I didn't experience any frame rate issues when I was watching the show in person,
Hmm.
but if a lot of people are mentioning it, it is a little bit cause for concern.
Yeah.
We did have that same issue at the 2020 showcase for Xbox 2 years ago, especially when it came to Halo Infinite.
Yeah, to be fair, I guess I don't know if it's actually the game or the showcase itself, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people said that the last game they showed had a terrible frame rate, but I didn't see any chips or stutters or nothing of that sort.
The last game they showed?
Yeah, I'm not saying it because, well, we
Oh,
are going to
oh, yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh, yes, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I forgot because I was so hyped. I forgot that I noticed that.
yeah, that's why I'm bringing it back down to
Yeah.
earth.
Anyways.
Yeah, back to Redfall.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm totally gonna play it, dude. I'm really glad they're giving the option to play solo or play it online because I'm not sure if I'll be able to gather 3 friends that's gonna be able to play with me. Um, Not that I don't
Hey, what
have
am I to you? What the
friends.
hell?
Not that I don't have friends. It's gonna be hard to arrange the time, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, you're only an hour ahead of me, so I'll be on.
Yeah, I
I'm pretty sure there's crossplay too.
right. Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
call Jacob.
All right. Okay.
Supernatural invisible sniper. Yep, that's my cup of tea.
Oh yeah. I mean, Ex-Wolf Assassin. I mean, it's literally there.
Yep, it fits my name.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. If you want to play Jacob, that's fine. But
No. It's all he's all yours, man.
thanks. So, you what? You're gonna go for Layla, the telekinetic student in debt?
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, it really fits me in a way. Also, I just love the idea of telekinesis in general. It's one of my favorite like superpowers.
You're gonna have a lot of fun just calling that elevator, jumping up, and then shooting above, aren't you?
Oh yeah, totally.
It'll be a shame when I snipe him from like 50 or 100 feet away, and you'll be like, "Dude, that was my kill." Well, then you should have called the elevator sooner.
Yeah, well, the elevator
Y-
kind of reminds me of oh gosh, what's her name in Apex Legends? The Horizon.
oh yeah,
Yes.
the lady that controls the black holes. She's the bane of
Yes.
my existence in that game.
Yeah, she can put down a thing, gravity lift.
Wait, so Layla reminds you of Horizon from Apex?
Just the elevator.
Huh.
I mean, you can't really have so many different abilities, you know.
Yeah, I
But
get you.
besides that, it look just the game itself looks really fun. I love the idea that you're fighting vampires instead of the really cliche at this point zombies. Like how many games have we had where you fight vampires,
None of recent,
right?
at least none on a AAA scale. I know there's the Vampire the Masquerade saga games, but those don't really. Those are more RPGs and actual like vampire slaying, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when I saw Redfall in the gameplay at at the start, I knew, oh, yep, this is gonna be good for me. This is day one for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna I'm gonna download it day one if it'll let me. It better let me. Phil.
Phil.
Phil Spencer, you're a treasure.
Anyways,
But
moving on.
yeah, what overall thoughts on Redfall?
Overall thoughts? Beautiful. Definitely gonna play it. Maybe not day one, obviously, but definitely gonna get it.
Agreed. I'm definitely playing it day one when it comes out in the
Yeah.
spring
I'll
next
definitely
year.
hit you up, man.
Thanks. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
um.
Now, we are going to skip a couple of the indie games that
Yeah.
we saw, only because we don't have that much time and we got other topics to bring
Unfortunately.
up. So, we're just going to do the main stars of the show.
Flight
Next one
Simulator.
being. Don't bring that up.
Dude,
Don't bring
I
that game up with
told you
me.
so. I told you so. We were overdue for another Flight Simulator.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to believe it.
But also, I mean, can the collab with the Halo? I mean, gave me chills.
Yeah, that actually came as a surprise to me too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta
Yeah, yeah,
I gotta leave for just a second,
yeah.
so I'll put you on pause. If you need to do something, you can go ahead and do it.
I'll
I'll be
just
right back.
be talking to the amazing listeners about some of the other indie games and what I thought about it.
All right, that's fair. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right. While Wolf is gone, I'm just gonna lightning round this. Hollow Knight, Silk Song. Can't really say. Haven't played Hollow Knight. It's one of my failures as a gamer. But it looks pretty fun. It looks beautiful, obviously. I don't know if Arc is AAA. Let's see. Scorn. I thought this came out, but I remembered wrong. It was a demo in 2017, which was a bit disappointing. And apparently they were radio silent until now, so people who have been waiting for it must be great news. But I do love the Lovecraftian style. I'm a big fan of Lovecraft, not his beliefs, but uh, Cosmic Terror, my jam. Hope they don't mess it up. Lightyear Frontier looks like Astroneer. I mean, the rhyme, um, Astroneer with mechs. Even the design choices of some of the resources feel like it's kind of borrowing from Astroneer. So I feel a bit indifferent in that respect. Gunfire Reborn looks interesting. Co-op roguelite is a concept that I don't remember if it has been done in recent years. Uh, it's not my jam, but I do like the style. Last case of Benedict Fox, loving the Lovecraftian Metroidvania, as it's been called in other sources. Um, it does look like it could have a really cool story with main involvement from what seems to be Cthulhu, which is how you pronounce Cthulhu. For those of you who are noobs to the Lovecraftian lore, as dusk falls, let's skip over that for now. Naraka Blade Point. I haven't actually ever heard of this game, and I am still indifferent because I'm not a huge fan of battle royales. Grounded. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for that game. The demo already looked really cool, or whatever, the early access and stuff like that looks really cool. So I'm very hyped for this one, and it looks like they're adding so much more. So I'm very hyped for that. Erebin, Shadow Legacy. I like the style. Feels like Wraith from Apex, but it just kind of looks like another stealth gameplay with more of platform focus, with like dropping into the Shadow Realm and coming back. So it feels a bit more like Assassin's Creed, but with more finesse, shall we say. Sea of Thieves, love it. And I mean, Booty Mech Booty Face, the developers really get gamers. It's really fun to look at. Ravenlock feels very anime. I kinda am ambivalent about the style because it's not really consistent. There's like voxely styles, but also very realistic styles on the other. And it feels like they gave one half of the game to the voxel team and one half to the realism team. I don't really know how to feel about it, and it looks like the main selling point is just that it's an RPG with a cool style. So I'm not sure about it. Cocoon, Annapurna, based as always, um, and I feel like they really made Lamb, the meme, a video game. But it does look like a cool puzzle game, and that's going to be on my list. Wolong Fallen Dynasty, not really interested. Persona 345, it's interesting and I've never played, but it's cool that it's also coming to Xbox. Hideo Kojima, we'll talk about that a
Yep.
bit. Yep.
Funny enough, that was actually where I was going to end it next.
Okay.
Hey everyone, I'm back. Had to make sure that the
Yay!
house was not burning down.
Oh, that's always important.
Yep, it was. He called me saying, "Hey, can you come in here? There's a funny smell. I gotta have a second opinion." I'm like, okay, that's. I mean,
This
if a fire is starting, yeah,
this
great.
is
I'm in there
probably
too.
fine. This is probably fine, but it might also be a fire, so, let's just get a second opinion on this. Do you feel any heat? Do you
Yeah.
feel any, like, You feel like the cackling of a fire? It's just me? No? Okay.
Yeah, no, it was. I think one of the pipes got pulled out on accident. We'll be able to put it back in,
Oh, okay.
or I don't know exactly what it's called, but it'll get fixed for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Good
what
stuff.
exactly have you been talking with our lovely listeners about?
Okay, I went through, Hollow Knight, let's see, let's go down the list. But we can cut out anything that you think deserves talking about.
Well, there's a few that we need to talk about, including Aura.
Hmm.
So I'm glad that you did mention that. This was a game that was rumored by the lovely Jess Corden at Windows Central for a while.
Mm-hmm.
From Oxide Games, a four-time real-time strategy game similar to Civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, when the Xbox Game Studios logo popped up and I saw Oxide, I'm not a fan of real-time strategy at all. It's
Yeah.
just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But for the PC players who will play this on Steam or PC Game Pass, all the power to you.
Yeah.
I really am glad that Microsoft is taking the PC community seriously by
Oh yeah.
giving them exclusives of their own.
Good.
Would I want it to port it to Xbox eventually? Yes.
Of course. And I'm sure
Would
they
I play it?
will at some point.
Would I play it? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
But the more people playing these games, the more the audience grows, the more people likely to buy it, and of
Yeah.
course, more revenue and more money for more games. So
Yes. And that's always the
I
goal.
may not, I may not be interested in Aura, but if any of our listeners out there are, you go ahead and play it day one on PC Game Pass,
Yeah. I
and
mean, I've
be
said it
be sure to get the
before.
feedback online.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those types of games either. But dang, they know how to make a good trailer.
They really did. At first, I thought, huh, maybe this isn't real time strategy, but then I saw, all
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
civilizations and all the fighting. I was like, oh, never mind. I've seen this type of thing before.
Hmm.
I at first I thought I was gonna be like, oh, is it more Fire Emblem like?
Yeah.
Like, oh nope, okay, never mind. I personally thought this was gonna be their Fire Emblem,
Hmm. Hmm.
but I don't know. Maybe it is. We technically haven't seen the gameplay yet, so maybe it is. We don't
Well,
know.
who knows?
That
Yeah.
is launching in spring 2023.
Hmm.
Xbox Game Studios published, by the way, for everybody knowing. So that technically is a first party game. So
Hmm.
keep that in mind.
Hmm.
All right. I did hear some of the conversation. I had my headset on the whole time.
Oh,
I just have
okay.
myself muted. You didn't talk about Pentiment, Sapio.
Oh yeah. I skipped over that because I thought you would have stuff to talk about it.
Well, it was smart for you to do so because I do.
Hmm.
This game is another first party exclusive from Xbox, but this time coming from the lovely people at Obsidian, specifically Josh Sawyer and his team
Hmm.
at Obsidian.
Hmm.
Now, we knew from rumors and leaks that Pentiment was going to be a 16 style murder mystery RPG similar to Disco Elysium. That art style though, that did throw
Oh
me
my.
off.
Yeah, it looked so interesting, you know? I I knew like when they began the trailer, I knew something was gonna go wrong at some point. Um but dude, I can't believe we're gonna get a game that looks like that.
Do you mean that in the negative way or do you
No,
mean
I
that
mean
in a
that
more
in the
positive way?
most positive way possible because that is just an art style or like that is not a style of game that I thought we would ever see. Like it's um I don't know if you know the game The Longing. Um it's
Nope,
a
not I
it
haven't.
it's an indie game that where you have to wait 400 years for you to see the ending. But uh it reminds you of that kind of, but this is like just really going full on into the medieval art style, and I find that fascinating and interesting, and I can't wait to actually like get my hands on it.
Well, see, for me, when I said the art style threw me off, I didn't mean it in a negative way, but at the
Yeah.
same time, the art style is not. at all what I was expecting at all. I expected
Yeah,
it to be more isometric, like Wasteland or Disco Elysium.
yeah, yeah.
But what intrigues me though is I read the dialogue choices. I read, what all the characters were saying. I read
Mm-hmm.
I saw how the characters interact, and I thought, huh, maybe this game definitely does have potential.
Yeah.
It, it's it's a it looks like an indie game. It plays similar to one,
Mm-hmm.
but it's with a AAA budget
Yeah.
that Obsidian sorely lacked before they were acquired by Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, not only that, but this is Josh Sawyer that we're talking about. This man created Fallout New Vegas as one of its creative directors. We
Yeah.
know he can make a fantastic
Yeah.
game on a budget. But if this game is Josh Sawyer's potential unleashed with no budget restrictions, I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
Is it my most anticipated game from Xbox Game Studios? No. That
Sure.
goes to
Yeah.
Fable.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Fable, where the fuck were you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Pentiment, I think Pentiment is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be like Disco Elysium was 2 years ago. Like, oh, this is the game where everybody's talking about it. This game is fantastic. Everybody has to play it. If you're on Game Pass, it's a day one playthrough. I don't know, man. Pentiment, it's it's got me intrigued. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, however, though, are going to say, "Oh, well, we're going to get this, but not the game that was shown later on." You know what, man? It's an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the RPG you were wanting, but it's an RPG
Mm-hmm.
nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you complaining?
Yeah.
Either play it or don't. But for people like me who are intrigued, or people like Sapio who are definitely going to play it, we're going to have fun playing it,
Oh yeah.
and you can't stop us from having fun.
You right.
Exactly. Now, I want to bring this next one up, and I know you want to talk about it a lot. It was in the middle of the showcase, from what I remember. Another Minecraft spinoff,
Yeah.
but not a dungeon crawler like Minecraft Dungeons,
Mm-hmm.
an action strategy game,
Yeah.
Minecraft Legends.
Minecraft leg ends. Look, I'm not gonna lie, looks pretty fire. It,
But
but I mean, I,
go ahead and let it out.
Mojang has some work to do in terms of everything.
I knew this was coming.
Like they I mean overall, I mean sure, I love the art style. Uh I feel like with all these kind of spin-off games, it feels off only because I feel like it doesn't contain the spirit of Minecraft. It kind of has like it kind of takes like a sliver of the soul and then mixes in all these other shit in and then commercialize it into a game. That's what it feels like. Um and Ant Venom recently did a really excellent video on all the problems with Mojang. I certainly believe that um, they're trying to go down a path where they're gonna try to eventually erase Java version from being a thing. But uh, until that happens, that's just speculation, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true or not, but I read somewhere that the reason that the Minecraft ray tracing element hasn't come to consoles yet is because it's running on Java. I don't know if that's true at
No,
all.
I don't think that is true because the ray tracing elements was only introduced in the Bedrock edition, not the Java edition. Java as a programming language, I don't believe can support ray tracing. Um, where because it can support light reflection and stuff like that. It can do that, but ray tracing as we call it is a very specific type of like calculation and stuff like that. And Java doesn't handle that. I'm not sure if I'm not sure what's going on with the console thing. I'm gonna guess it's probably just hardware limitations. Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I know from from the language that you when you mentioned you wanted to talk about it, I knew that there was going to be some skepticism on your part about it. But is
I
it really just the fact that it lacks the soul of Minecraft, or is it
yeah.
because it's not fully developed by Mojang?
Well, it's uh it's really the former. It really does feel like Mojang is going down the path of marketing, or how should I say it? Like commodity, like making Minecraft into a commodity instead of like a game that they love and cherish. It it feels like they're making all these spin-off games because, oh well, we can't make more money if we're just having them buy the game once and we're giving these constant updates. And sure, I get it, like that's totally fair. It's kind of a lot for us as Minecrafters to ask the developers to continuously make these updates, um, which is completely free, um, and just kind of not expect anything else from it. But at the same time, it kind of it kind of feels too uh, chilly, you know?
Yeah, I think I can get. I think I understand.
Yeah.
Well, you're the main Minecraft guy.
Mm,
I tried Minecraft once. It didn't take because I didn't have any companions with me.
mm-hmm.
But if you're telling me that you don't think Mojang's heart is in the right place, considering Legends, did you have that same feeling with Minecraft Dungeons as well?
Oh yeah, totally.
Well, I mean, if you truly think that, then well,
Like
I'm not going to stop you
it
from thinking
actually
about it.
it began when I saw Minecraft Earth. Like
It's just I'm not sure if the only thing that you and I disagree on, and I can't really say we disagree. I think
mm-hmm.
we sort of came to a compromise here. It's the fact that I'm not sure if it's Xbox that's making them do this.
Oh no, I agree with you now. Like you've convinced me, and I don't think it's that either because um you know, watching Ant Venom's video, it seems pretty clear that there are two main offices for Minecraft development teams. One is in Stockholm and one is in Washington, some city in Washington. I can't remember the name, but Stockholm takes care of the Java edition, and basically the other place takes care of everything else, including the Bedrock. And that's where I have more problems with the Washington office than the Stockholm office. So I don't believe that Xbox or Microsoft is making Mojang do these things. I think it is actually just Mojang, but I think it's a very specific part of Mojang.
Well, I'm I'm not going to say that we flipped, but I will say that I do understand why you thought Microsoft had a hand in it,
Hmm.
only because we've heard recently that some of their studios are having some management issues. We thought we had that issue with Playground recently, but that was debunked by one of
Hmm.
their developers. I I'm not going to say that Microsoft is fully responsible, but I will say that their lack of checking in on their developers and their studios does have a hand in it.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
I will say that I have seen a lot of Mojang developers leave the studio recently.
Mm.
I don't remember if some of those developers are from the Stockholm office or the Washington office. I,
Not sure.
I
But
I can't be sure,
yeah.
but overall, Minecraft Dungeons was very successful on
Yes, it
both
was.
Xbox, PC, and the Switch. Did it also come on PlayStation as well?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I might be wrong
If it
though.
didn't, if it didn't, that'd be weird considering the main version is also on PlayStation. You would think they want to capitalize on that.
Let me check.
But, hmm. Concerning Minecraft Legends, though, while you look that up,
Hmm.
I'm interested in it, but not because it's Minecraft, only because the gameplay was surprisingly different than what I thought it would be. I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was just going to be an actual real time strategy type of game, but
Hmm.
once I saw the gameplay and I saw it was advertised as an action strategy game,
Hmm.
it surprisingly got my interest. As for some reason, I'm a little bit more optimistic about Legends than the main version,
Mm.
which I know for a lot of people that'd be weird, but
No, no.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Can't guarantee that
Dungeons
I'll like it though.
Dungeons did come out in PlayStation, and I do agree with you. The gameplay looks interesting, and I think the story will be interesting as well because I know a lot of people have been asking for something where the overworld is going to war with the nether world. Um, it's an interesting concept, and I'll definitely look into it a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. To be honest with
I
you.
mean, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to force you to play a game that you don't want to
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
Although I'm currently for the viewers that are listening, I'm currently on Twitter right now, and he tweeted out 24 hours ago or so Benji Sales. He listed off the most viewed Xbox Showcase trailers, not trailers, trailers on
Twailers.
YouTube. Yeah, trailers. He posted a tweet showing the most viewed trailers from the showcase in the first 48 hours. So
Hmm.
2 days. Arc 2 had 1.7 million, which is surprising to me. I did not expect it that high.
What?
Hollow
What?
Knight Silk Song, 1.7 million. Not surprised there.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that you saw Hollow Knight Silk Song there and not at a Nintendo Direct?
I was a little surprised. Yeah, it kind of took me back.
When I first saw it, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What? Don't you have exclusive rights with Nintendo? Huh? Okay. Glad you're here. Oh, you're on Game Pass too. Great. Uh, bye. What the hell? Yeah, that kind of made me laugh a bit. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, what's going
Yeah.
on here? Something's not right within the
Yeah.
Force.
Feel an
But
imbalance
after
in the
Silk
force.
Song, Overwatch 2, we gotta talk about that in a minute.
Uh-huh.
2 million views.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Diablo 4, 2 million views.
Mm.
The game at the end of the show, that got 4 million. And at the very top, the most viewed showcase or showcase trailer
Hmm.
was Minecraft Legends at 4.8 million.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I will say right now, I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. Minecraft is a very big game. It has a huge audience across all four platforms: Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC.
Hmm.
I'm not surprised that the trailer has got that many views. My question is, how many of those views are from Xbox alone and PC?
Oh, I
We
doubt
haven't
it's
we
not.
haven't really measured the
Yeah,
Switch and the PlayStation audience into this either.
yeah,
So there's a lot of people interested in this game, and I have no doubt it's probably gonna grow more Game Pass subscriptions. It's gonna sell very well on every other console.
yeah,
Like I think you're right on some level. I think Mojang is a little bit more concerned about revenue than the actual passion they had when they started. But I mean, as long as that passion is there, I'm I'm inclined to let them just be the way they are. But until that proves different, I don't know what to say.
yeah. I do agree. I think the passion is still there. I mean, they are still rolling out free updates, um, even after all this time. Uh, the
I do have one question for you,
Mhm.
Sapio. Do you think that after almost 10 years, or wait, actually, it's been more than 10
Oh
years,
yeah, yeah.
do you think that after almost 12 years of Minecraft, do you think that Mojang is just, I'm not going to say they're tired with Minecraft as a whole, but do you ever get a sense that maybe they want to work on something new, like
You know,
brand new,
it's
like
possible,
not
right?
Minecraft at all, just like a new IP.
I think that Mojang as a studio, as the bureaucracy, might be interested in branching out and trying other things. I think the developers haven't had enough yet, though. And I think that is where the part of the conflict and the disappointment that was the wild update happened. What I am speculating, and this is all currently my opinion and speculation, is that the developers really did want to do a lot of things for this new update, but there are things that are going on within the company, like a parity issue between Bedrock and Java, and trying to make the game as similar in both versions as possible. Um, that is kind of restricting the developers' creative freedom in a way.
But not in a way that, they're sleeping under desks or crunching in order to get the game right.
Yeah,
I just think that they're having some creative and technical issues
yeah.
personally. I don't think that there's like a bad culture over there. I think that,
Oh no, no.
maybe some of the developers are like, hey, that thing that we were doing, can we maybe change that a little bit? Like when it comes to Xbox game studios as a whole, Mojang is the one that's got me the most interested, not
Mm-hmm.
because of Minecraft, but because of the studio as a whole.
Yeah.
Like when Microsoft bought them in 2014, I think they had a chance to make that game exclusive and just keep it on Xbox
Mm-hmm.
and, of course, eventually PC. But I just don't know when it
Yeah.
comes to Mojang with all the other studios. Like I know exactly what they're working on, and I've heard what the culture's like. I've seen some of the developers on Twitter and how they act. They're good people.
Mm, yeah.
But when it comes to Mojang, it's just I'm for the listeners out there, I just don't know about
Yeah.
Mojang. That's why I'm letting Sapio carry the reins here
Live.
because he
Yeah.
knows more about Mojang and Minecraft than I do.
Yeah.
But overall, when it comes to Minecraft Legends, you're not going to play it. You're not going to at least see the gameplay
I
and
mean,
decide then.
I'll see the gameplay, but more likely than not, I'm not gonna play it personally.
All right. Well, if that's how you if that's the decision you make, then
Yeah.
like before, I'm not going to stop you. All right. Well, of course, to move it along, we're going to take a little bit of time. I know it's a very big game. Starfield.
Okay.
Go.
Yep. That's
You
all the time
first.
we had for this game. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, only 2 minutes. Go.
I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. First of all, I'm just gonna kind of go through the show, what they presented. Wow, the music already, like the moment they hit you with the music, it's already boom. Wow. Ah, this just tugs at your heartstring. Environment of Crete looking stunning from the get go. There's a very interstellar cinematic with and the music was very also like Hans Zimmer. It's beautiful, but we did see some frame drops. But I did love the HUD style because it's very simplistic, but got the point across. I think they probably removed some stuff from the HUD to make the gameplay more visible in the trailer. And I like,
Maybe.
yeah, it's possible. I mean, they do that in many games. I do like the hostile looking creatures that are passive, the crabs. And the iron collection and like resource collection kind of felt Subnautica esque, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a big part of the game. I haven't, again, I haven't played like Fallout and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a big part. I do like the changes between the third person perspective and the first person perspective. Really kind of immerses you in different ways.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Bethesda Game Studios, a lot of their games have encouraged like first person view,
Mm-hmm.
but surprisingly, the third person combat actually seemed a lot more fluid than games like Fallout or Skyrim.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of, I'm not going to compare, it's not a very good comparison, but the fluidity of the third person combat. It kind of I don't know why it reminded me of this when I was watching the showcase. It reminded me of that scene from E3 2014, the Uncharted 4 demo, where
Mm-hmm.
Nathan jumps off the roof and just knocks a guy out
Yeah, yeah.
as he lands, takes his gun. I don't know why when the character from Starfield jumped up, looked down, shot the guys below him,
Hmm.
landed. I don't know why I had that similar feeling.
It's just
It
similar
just
cinematic.
felt it felt natural
Yeah.
to me. And everything about the game has me like either hyped, intrigued, or minimally concerned. The frame rate though,
Oh, frame rate was
that's
definitely a
something that
little concerning.
that's something that Bethesda has to address
Yeah.
at some point.
I'm sure they will, but I am also a little scared because they emphasize the fact that like you can explore everywhere on every planet, and there's like more than 1,000 planets. That sounds like a lot of hard disk space to me, and it's kind of concerning. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, two things a lot of people don't realize or they haven't heard of. Bethesda made it a point and said that that Starfield has more handcrafted what's the term? They have
Textures.
more handcrafted world
Mm-hmm.
architectural design. I guess that's the optimal word.
Yeah,
The game is more handcrafted than almost all their past games.
yeah.
More than Skyrim, more than Fallout 4. So that alone has got me intrigued.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna see some
But
really
another thing,
beautiful sets, like set pieces.
yes, hmm we're gonna get that. Oh, we're gonna get that awe moment where we look up into the sky and go,
Yeah,
"Oh, yes." Another thing that a lot of people don't realize, Bethesda has done
generation.
procedural generation before. They did it with Daggerfall.
Mm-hmm.
They did it with Morrowind, I think. They did it with Skyrim and Fallout with the tasks
Yeah,
and side quests.
yeah, 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 yeah.
1,000 planets. I didn't think about this during the showcase, but it was brought up to me afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
The mods must be happy. Hey guys, we're going to give you a game where you can only go to 10 planets for the main story, but the other 990 planets, that's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and mod whatever world you want. Oh, that's going to be fun. Okay, I'm just going to bet with you right now, Sapio.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that in those 1,000 planets, we're going to find Tamriel?
Tamriel?
Are we going to find Tamriel from Elder Scrolls?
Oh well, I mean, I would,
Uh,
I
are we
would
going to
not
see
be
Earth after
surprised.
Fallout?
I would not. That is an idea. Oh gosh.
You
Ooh,
can thank me later, mods.
yeah. I mean, probably, maybe. I mean, it's a possibility, right?
Yeah, I'm just
Thousand
waiting for the
planets.
trailer and for a giant mod trailer where the constellation member, our character
Yeah,
lands
yeah,
on this planet, and all of a sudden we get Fus Rodad
yeah.
immediately.
Of course.
He just steps out of his ship, looks up at the sky, puts his arm over his
Mhm.
eyes, and all of a sudden we hear that similar Fus Rodad. We look over and there's a
Yeah. Dragonborn.
this is I can already see that mod. I don't know
Yeah.
why I can, but I do. But what else about Starfield are you excited about?
Okay. I so when I watched the trailer and saw the new Atlantis, right? I really liked how grounded the futuristic city felt. Like, it feels futuristic. You can see it, and it's definitely futuristic, but it's realistic enough. You don't see like big holograms. You don't see anything too crazy. Like, it just feels like a city in the future. Not a city in the future in our imaginations, but like just something that you would see in like 2400. And it was just taken and then put into this kind of it's like I I'm excited for all these different set pieces and the different creatures that are going to be populating um these places. I'm just excited to see all of that, the environment.
You see, for me, Bethesda games have always hooked me on the lore.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Elder Scrolls, I wanted to know more about the Dragonborn, the lore with the Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild, the Companions,
Yeah,
like what happened to Tamriel, between Oblivion and Skyrim.
sure.
Fallout was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Always interested to see all these cities and what happened to them after, uh, God, what did they call it in the game? Launch day, I guess. I don't remember. I haven't played Fallout in a while, but it's the I want to know more about what the game's world is like.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know about the conflict. I want to know about the characters, their backstories. Speaking
Right.
of backstories, we got to talk about the whole character creation. Can we
Oh
talk about
my
how they've
goodness.
improved that?
It's
They
beautiful.
have listened to feedback about that,
Mm-hmm.
like traits. That what? Wow. Okay. So I
Okay,
can be a
can we
chef.
also talk about how the facial animations are so realistic, but they're not uncanny? Or at least for me,
Yes,
it wasn't uncanny, which is amazing. They got that down to an art.
they do. The be- I didn't find out about this till I think yesterday.
Hmm.
The protagonist doesn't have a voice.
Oh, really?
It's non-voiced.
Silent protagonist.
Yes.
You know,
For some
I
reason, this got a lot of people upset.
really because I feel like they mentioned it during the showcase too. Like they're really about making this experience ours, right? Like the gamer that's playing it is going to be the one that's creating the story and creating the game as they go in a way.
Yeah, the dialogue got a lot of people mixed when it came to Fallout 4 specifically.
Hmm.
It felt like the narration didn't exactly hit off.
Hmm.
It was weird to hear the main protagonist talk. It was weird for them to have a voice.
Yeah.
Because Bethesda games, if you played Oblivion, Skyrim, and Fallout 3, they didn't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole point was that you are the player, you are the character. They are not their own character. It's your journey, it's your fate. You decide. That's how it. That's what it
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
What got me was a lot of people were upset that it didn't have a voice.
That's weird.
It's just why? Why does that matter? It was annoying to some. It was to me
Hmm.
for Fallout 4. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. I know you're looking for your son, but what the
I
fuck?
get
I'm
it. You're
trying to
looking
listen.
for your son. I don't
Like,
care.
god damn. Come on, man.
Right.
Uh, I mean, of course, this got a lot of people debating about it. All I gotta say is, here's my take. Why are we complaining that the main character in Starfield doesn't have a voice when fucking Link from Breath of the Wild or the main character in Elden Ring doesn't have a
Yeah.
voice?
Yeah.
Like, why does it matter?
It
Like,
doesn't.
it's unnecessary to debate it. Like, come on.
Especially in an RPG, you don't need a a talking protagonist.
You really don't. Even in games that have RPG elements, even they know that sometimes less dialogue is better.
Yeah. Look at God of
And
War.
yes, like God of War had RPG elements, sure, but Kratos knew when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So even Atreus, the boy, even he knew when to shut up.
Okay, there were moments in the game where he didn't know when to shut up, and that was when things got annoying, but that was on purpose.
Well, to be fair, he's like what, 9,
Uh,
10?
something like that, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a teenager in Ragnarok now, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm guessing maybe 11 or 12.
He'll be a little more
Starfield.
annoying.
Yeah, it's a lot of mixed reactions to
Yeah.
Starfield over the whole 1,000 planets thing, the frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a multitude of things. Bethesda has never cared about graphics. They care more about story.
Mm.
I don't know why all these people are upset about Starfield. I'm still hyped to play it.
I am still, yeah, I am also very hyped. I mean, they dedicated like 15 minutes to this game out of 90 minutes. They were so dedicated, they animated the background while what's his name? I'm blanking.
Was it Todd Howard?
Yes, Todd Howard. While Todd Howard's talking, they animated the background so it looked like the logo was floating in midair.
I actually didn't notice that. I was more looking at his brown jacket and shoes, to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest. I knew he was gonna wear that leather jacket.
Yeah.
Man, like no amount of negativity is gonna ruin Starfield for me.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm not a fanboy for exclusives, but Starfield has definitely got my full attention, man. I'm gonna
Oh
ask
yeah.
for a week off of work when that game comes out.
Yeah, you did mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't care when it Todd, if you're listening, March 23rd, 2023. 3/23/23. Please. I don't care if
Please
it's a Sunday, just do it.
give it to us. Give it.
Wait, hold on. No, never mind. Don't do it. Don't do it, Todd. Don't listen to me. Resident Evil 4 remake is the day after. Don't listen to
Oh,
me.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
don't do this to us, man. Don't do this. Our
Okay, never
wallet's
mind.
already crying, man.
Well, okay, I wouldn't have to pay for it. It's on coming to
Oh,
Game
yeah, yeah,
Pass.
yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, man, I don't want to pick between Starfield and RE4 remake. Three,
Although, I mean, if you had to, which one would you choose?
fuck. Starfield.
Right? That's what I
I
thought.
Yeah, I know you. You know me so well. I'm sorry, Capcom, but you're my third favorite publisher. Bethesda's number two.
I
So
still love you, but
yeah, I love you, but I'm gonna go play with the new kid. Okay, 3/3/23.
yeah, that's
Please, for the love of God, Nintendo, don't release Breath of the Wild exactly 7 years
oh
apart.
no.
Don't release that sequel.
Oh no.
Plot twist: Breath of the Wild 2, God of War Ragnarok, and Starfield all on 3/3/23.
Oh god. Oh no. It's the Trinity
Yeah.
on 33.
At that point, I would just be like, well, I guess I'm not playing anything today because I can't decide.
I
Fuck.
have I
Okay.
have indecision paralysis. Oh no.
That's a real thing, though.
It is a real thing.
Yes. You know what? Starfield, still my most anticipated exclusive from Xbox.
Yeah, I agree.
Like from Xbox and Bethesda, Fable, you're still my favorite from Xbox Game Studios. But I, the only complaint I had about the showcase as a whole, and I know I'm stretching it out a little bit, but
Hmm.
you know, we have to talk about it because it is the main criticism.
Hmm.
They showed a lot of gameplay,
Mm.
don't you think?
Yeah.
They didn't show that much CGI trailers.
Hmm.
They show games within the next 12 months. So every game shown is coming out
Yes.
between
Yeah.
June 2022 to June 2023.
Which is a new precedent, if I remember correctly, for the showcase.
Yes. However, as much as I like to get confirmation about Aura, Minecraft Legends, even to see Forza Motorsport there,
Hmm.
Sea of Thieves didn't have to be there.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 5 should have already had that DLC come out. No
Right.
offense to Playground.
Right.
I understand, Microsoft, that you want to show more gameplay to, end that narrative that you only show CGI.
Mm.
But we couldn't get a flyover of Fable.
Yeah.
We couldn't get a release window for Hellblade.
Mm.
Like, I thought Avowed was supposed to be there. Apparently, they had gameplay ready again.
Yeah.
Again. The fuck? I was like, oh,
Another
yes,
one.
Grounded. Yes, Pentiment. Where's Avowed? What the fuck? Why are we ending it with Starfield? Where's Avowed?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I mean, no,
Where's my
we're
second
not
favorite child?
we're not mad that they ended it with Starfield. I think that was the greatest capstone of all. But uh, we were mad that it happened earlier than we thought it was gonna happen. Considering that there were so many games that we wanted to see that that wasn't there.
We wanted to see Fable. We wanted to
Yeah.
see Avowed, Hellblade, Indiana Jones. All these great games that we know are coming for Xbox, but even if it's like a small montage of games that we haven't seen for a while, with just something new, concept art,
Yeah.
maybe a dev interview, something. It's it's a great showcase. Was it the best? No. I just wish they had more first party presence for games that they've already announced.
Yeah. It was like a solid
But
B for me.
B plus for me.
Yeah, B,
It
B
was it
plus.
wasn't
Yeah.
A plus. Like the state of play was an A minus for me,
Mm-hmm.
only because it didn't have any first party presence.
Yeah.
Xbox is a B plus for me because they showed gameplay. They showed us that their roadmap is perfectly clear. We
And
have
packed.
first party games coming this year. We have
Mm-hmm.
As Dusk Falls, we have Grounded, we have Pentiment. Is that what we wanted? No. But now we can't say Xbox doesn't have any exclusives this year.
Mm-hmm.
We have Starfield in the spring. We have Redfall in the spring. We have Motorsport in the spring. We have Minecraft Legends and Ara all in the spring. Wait, Brain Blast.
Wait a minute.
Hold the phone. Wait, Microsoft. So hold on. You're telling me between January and June next year, we're already going to have 5 first party games? What?
Well, that seems to be the case. Yeah.
How did I not realize this sooner? I I don't know whether to be proud of myself or to kick myself in the can.
Well, I mean, I didn't think about that either. So
I did not either, but wow. Within the first 6 months, we have 5 first party games coming.
yeah.
I guess 2023 is a big year for Xbox that
Yeah.
everybody was saying.
Mm,
Not all the games we wanted, but it's there.
yeah.
I don't know. If they do another showcase in November, like XO 2022, please show Fable.
Yeah.
Just
Please
just show us something from the games you already announced.
throw us a bone.
Like Sapio, were you expecting Avowed at all when when you were watching that showcase at all?
I was expecting to see Avowed. I will not lie.
Were
Uh,
there any other games that I told you about that you expected to be
no,
there?
no, I
Like did
expected both Fable and Avowed to be there. And in fact, there were multiple moments during the showcase where I thought, oh, is this Fable or is this Avowed? But it turned out to be a different game.
yeah. Although I was right that Halo wouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people didn't realize till after the show was over and people realized, wait, they didn't show Halo,
Yeah.
but they showed Sea of Thieves. Like what the fuck? I don't know.
And
Well, overall, I was happy with both showcases. Were you?
yeah, I was pretty satisfied.
Yep. Overall, it was a great week for gaming. We didn't even touch on the Capcom
Oh
showcase,
yeah. I
but
mean,
we
we
don't have
didn't
time for that.
touch on everything because we just did not. We just don't have time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're an hour and 40 minutes into this recording, and we still have one more topic that we have yet to talk about.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yep. Do 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 do. Wow, that really fell apart at the end there. Gosh, I hope Wolf's house is not burning down.
It's not.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I just had to make sure that, the smoke smell was gone, so that's what I did.
Okay, all right.
We do have one final topic to talk about,
And it might get
like
us
you said
banned from
earlier.
YouTube forevermore.
Well, we've only had, what, 6 videos on our channel? We'll be fine.
It's fine.
We're not even going to mention his name because he asked us to not do it. We got to talk about the Axeman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the actual fuck, YouTube?
I
What are you
mean,
thinking?
at this point, I should say, I, I was shocked, but I'm not really surprised, which is kind of sad.
This is how YouTube is now, 2022. Like,
Okay, look, here's the thing though. YouTube has always been like this. That's the thing people don't get. YouTube has always been like this. And sure, it was kind of like we should have been hopeful that maybe this time YouTube will be different after all of that. But no, no, YouTube is still the same.
What? Like the whole thing is so fucking stupid.
It
We've seen
really
evidence of what
is.
has done.
Oh no, we gotta bleep that out. Taking the side of YouTube is just not. It's not
It
right.
is the
It's not
worst.
decent.
It's the
It's.
worst take ever.
I am not angry. I am just disappointed.
I'm not disappointed. I'm pissed. What makes this even worse? I just recently discovered the Act Man as a content creator.
Hmm.
I was watching his videos on Elden Ring, his videos on, you know, past franchises, why he thinks that some games are awesome but bad. I was watching all of them. And then this shit had to happen. I was like, I just found a content creator I like now that's still posting shit. YouTube, what the actual hell?
It's
Like, even some of the
yeah.
biggest YouTubers and streamers on the planet are saying that YouTube is in the wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you first of all, of course, I'm not I'm not discounting the integrity of the big streamers and YouTubers. But you would have to be a fool to be standing with and YouTube during this fiasco.
There is actually, I can't remember who it was, but there was one content creator that was on the side.
Huh.
But then, of course, they got ratioed.
Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be some of those brain dead people.
Yep. It's just, he's a piece of fucking work.
Oh gosh, I just
Like, the man he intimidated the Act Man by calling his own mom. I don't care if he threatened her or not. That's an intimidation tactic.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
illegal. Intimidation is illegal.
in what world? Okay, in this world apparently, but in what world is that okay to do?
It's not. People have literally been arrested for that alone.
You don't bring family into things. You know, you don't touch family.
I disagree with the man. I keep my conflict with him.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
screw with his family. I mean, unless it's Sapia from the editing room. You may have to edit this out too, man. I'm sorry. No, this whole situation with in the Act Man, it's just it's pissed me off to no end. This
Yeah.
man he's essentially lost his job because he decided to speak out not only against and the shit he was pulling, but calling out YouTube's own policies, like the flaws in it.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that YouTube would be like, okay, we notice that there is some flaws in our system. We are going to address it. We'll remonetize the Act Man, but nope, they doubled down. It's getting to the point where I may, like we were talking earlier before we were streaming
Hmm.
or before we were recording.
Yeah.
One of my videos got 60 views.
Out of
Like,
nowhere. Yeah.
I'm kind of scared to be a content creator, big or small, on YouTube.
Yeah.
If this is how it's gonna be,
Yeah.
so I
Again,
may just
it's
start streaming
very
to Twitch
possible.
only.
It's very possible that we're gonna get uh we're gonna get penalized for uploading this very video.
It's a possibility, but I'll be sure to let our Twitter account know.
Yeah.
Let anybody that we've been talking to know as
Yeah.
well.
It's
Yeah,
it's
it's weird.
idiotic. I yeah, I don't I can't fathom why YouTube would do this because I don't understand like I don't see how YouTube could be making more money or more revenue from this, you know?
If anything, it's going to cause a lot of content creators to consider leaving the platform.
Exactly. But
Like
also that therein also lies the problem, right? There's no real good YouTube alternative at the moment for
not
content
really no.
creators, which in a way makes YouTube a really weird kind of monopoly.
Yeah, there are other competitors like BitChute or Odyssey, but They don't really get a lot of traction.
Yeah, are they really competitors?
Nope. I
Yeah.
mean, you could consider Twitch a competitor, but that's a streaming
No,
platform.
yeah, that's a different thing. That's a different ball game, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when people talk about content creators specifically, the two that come up are YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
Like we used to have Mixer to compete against Twitch, but
Mhm.
uh, Microsoft, you didn't. Why? You know, that was a mistake there, guys.
Yeah.
Bring back Mixer. No, what we need is a YouTube competitor.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anybody besides the big five tech companies that could do it.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm gonna say about the whole Act Man thing is we're with the Act Man.
Yes, we are.
YouTube, remonetize him, bring his channel back. I want to keep watching and supporting him. He's a good guy. Like
Yeah.
like he's a really decent guy.
Yes.
Like all of his takes were on point. Even his
Mhm.
criticism of some of the games that I liked were on point. I was like, huh, I never thought about that. Yeah, you're right. Like I didn't agree with everything he said, but he was great at giving his own point of view without being an ass about it.
That's right.
It's just this guy needs to stay on the platform, but at the same time, we want gone.
Oh, we want him out.
We really just want his ass out.
Yeah.
We're a smaller channel than he is for sure, but no, he needs to leave.
Yeah.
He needs to go.
I don't want to dip my toe into the pool that contains.
I really don't either, but
Yeah.
you know, hashtag justice for the Act Man
Mhm.
all the way.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's a shame we haven't told our viewers what's going on though.
Mm.
Unfortunately, to all of our viewers out there, our channel is going to be cut short anyway.
You
Not because
can't
we want
fire
to.
me because we're quitting.
No, but we are going to take a
Yeah.
huge leave of absence, though.
Yeah.
Sapio, he
Unfortunate.
has his own things to work on.
Yeah.
I'll still be around on my channel, but Sapio, he has his own things to work on.
Yeah.
So,
And
unfortunately, until he returns, we're going to have to put the Would Love to podcast YouTube channel on hold.
yeah. Here's the thing: if we end up gaming or doing just light recordings from time to time, then we'll uh, upload it very intermittently and with very few editing, probably. But we're not gonna do episodes. Is the thing, and it's gonna be not scheduled, or I mean, we already didn't really have a schedule, but um, that's besides the point.
Yeah, that's probably why the YouTube algorithm hasn't picked up our channel yet because we've been inconsistent with when we post.
Look, it's fine. It's
Before you
fine.
told me this, I was like, we gotta find a time and day to post these
Yeah.
like consistently.
Yeah. But one day when things get clearer up, we will come back with a bang.
We will.
Yeah,
We'll find our way,
we'll
Sapio.
make some noise.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we'll definitely have a schedule this time.
yeah. We'll have a schedule. That's the whole point of this. We'll come back when we're ready to have an actual schedule.
Yeah. Our lives are just inconsistent at the
Yeah,
moment.
and not really in sync, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sapio is a very important asset to his work. Freaking, you still haven't cured cancer yet, though.
Yeah, I know. I working on it.
Well, with that being said, to all of our lovely viewers out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for, you know, watching. I know none of you have given us feedback yet, but we just want to say thank you for watching.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
Sapio, do you want to deliver your outro?
Yeah, fun fact, anticipate and participate has it sounds similar because the word etymology, so like where it came from, it comes from a very similar thing. It comes from the Latin capere, which means to take. And anticipate comes from anti plus capere, which means you take before. So you're partaking in something before it happens. So you're anticipating. And participating is kind of exactly that. You're partaking. You're taking part in something. And I just thought it was really interesting because those two have very similar roots. And when we anticipate these games, we're in a way participating in playing them in the future. So yeah.
I'm gonna miss these fun facts of yours. I got nothing. I'm just like, yeah, he's right.
What he
I
said.
just, yeah, pretty much. That's what he said.
Ditto.
Wink, wink. Yep. Well, if any of our viewers are interested, our YouTube channels will be in the description. Give us a follow, subscribe, comments, and we'll see you when we are back at 100%
Yeah.
and when we have our schedule.
Oh yeah.
Until then, guys, we'll see you around. Later.
And keep on gaming.
Hashtag keep gaming.